Oh, right. So I had a couple of people asking me about some more details on this 2010 Fuso power washing rig. Here's another quick video of the inside. I forgot to turn on the lights before, but it's got lights hooked up into it. Looks really cool at night. So we've got a 5.5 and an 8, both with low hours. 16-gallon fuel cell, place for some storage, and storage back in there. 275 IBC tote. Here's how we downstream. Just turn on your Apple Wash and your bleach, turn off your water, then you can flush it at the end. It goes to the Flow Pro. Right now, we just have this one hooked up for downstreaming. Obviously, it's super simple to switch over to the 8. Stainless injector, 50-gallon bleach tank. You got Apple Wash in here, and then here's another soap tank ready to use for degrease or whatever you want. 2 independent 12-volt pumps. Can run. Yeah, that one's already got pressure in it. They come up, T into here, check valve so they don't fight against each other. No leaks, works out great. You can run them at the same time. They just kind of bounce back and forth, and I mean, it is what it is. But that way, if you're doing a roof, one of these pumps were to go out or the relay were to go bad, which you replace those, you just switch right over to the other one. But works out great. Got a fan in here if you need to plug it into the little power converter. It gets hot in the summertime, obviously. All stainless reels with new motors. The lights, all that are just controlled by this power converter, so you can just turn them on and off. And you can see that all these lights are only using about 25% of the battery, or the I guess power it can put off. Manufactured in 21. Both of these machines, fresh oil and filter changes. Soft washing hose. Probably has a little pressure in it. A little bit of rust in that fitting. Everything's plumbed up through the reels. I'll fire those up here in just a second. Aluminum ladder rack. Of course, you got your hydro mixer here for Midwest washing equipment. This is all in remote, so you can turn on your soap and your bleach. Be out there washing a roof. Once you're ready to rinse everything out, you don't have to come back adjust this. You just turn off your soap, turn off your bleach, and that's gonna just run water through here. So that makes it really nice for getting your water. Just pull off the hose. It's got a cam lock or a banjo, gator lock, whatever you want to call them. There's your Flow Pro. That means you're rinsing when you're downstreaming, and then you hit that and you're back to throw in soap. Of course, these diesels have 2 batteries, and all the hose reels are run off the truck battery. Everything else, the lights and the pressure washers, all have their independent batteries. Got a marine battery there, marine battery here. I'll go ahead and fire up these machines. Cold. 130 hours. Run both of these machines at the same time. A little bit of rust. Of course, these both have K7 unloaders. See, oil level's good on there. Oil level's good. This one I just replaced the oil just a couple days ago. Again, K7 unloader. All run back to the tank here, which has a Hudson float valve in it. But as you can see, this kind of bulged up a little bit. We had a day where that Hudson float valve must have had some sediment in it and it bulged up the tank, but still works just great. And I was gonna take out that tank because you got to take out all this to get that out. So anyways, let's get this reeled in. Take this sucker for a spin. So this truck spent a little over $14,000. Have the air conditioning recharged, brand new transmission put on, and some kind of diesel fuel pump. They did a couple other, little things, changed fluids and all that. I guess you can't really see under there. Diesel particle filter. I just ran some cataclean through there. A bunch of smoke came out and this seems to be clean. Burning good. Think we just replaced a bunch of these exterior lights. Oh yeah, I didn't show this in the other video, but you got storage. There's a little cable you have to pull here. You got storage underneath. This is where the original pumps for True Green sat. They ran off the TPO. We just store our Tyvek in there for roof washing. You can fit a generator in here, which we've got. I'll show you. So if you wanted to add a booster or anything else, you might even be able to put an air compressor in there if you wanted to get crazy. So on this truck, it's raining. Got the booster back there. I was just plumbing some stuff on here. Got this Duramax 4400 watt in here, and because I didn't want to cut these out, I just took the fuel cell off of there because you really can't get fuel into it. And we just got a line running from the fuel cell, teed off from the tank. So we got one going to the 5.5 and the 8. Then there's a T down there. But why is this in here? Anyways, similar setup in this truck. This is the 2007. But we'll take this one for a quick spin. The mechanic ran the code for the check engine light on here, and it needs a valve adjustment. So the timing's off. They quoted it out at, it was like $1,483. So about $1,500 for the valve adjustment. That was with parts and labor. But I'm not going to put any more money into it if we're switching to skids. And I've got a full tank of water here, which we always drive with full tanks of water. Of course, that orange light that pops on there, that's for the blow-off valve. Where about this window? Make sure nobody's coming around this corner. Drives great. Go ahead and pull into the shop here. Anyways, there she be. Price should be posted. Nice clean truck. Give you another view back here. Get some lights on here. Of course, these fans are awesome during the summertime. Keeps it much cooler in here. Do have some storage back here. We would generally just stick our poles back in there and slide them through the back. That goes to the 5.5, that goes to the 8. Got 2-inch and 1.5. You got a filter here. I just cleaned this out back in August. There wasn't hardly anything in there. And then you got another filter here coming off. This goes to the hydro mixer up there. One of them is the straight water. One of them's the water for whenever you switch over to full rinse. Got water coming up here for when you're downstreaming. You can see I've got apple wash in here, I got bleach in here, water in here. Now if I turn this valve, see those bubbles popping up. You shut this. When you go to downstream, all you got to do is open up your bleach and your apple wash. Of course, it runs through your injector. And we run straight apple wash. We don't dilute it at all. Filling this thing up will last, gosh, months. And we just do a quarter turn. So if I turn this, it's just a quarter turn open. And that allows just enough apple wash to come through here to get you just a nice amount of pink. Now let's say you're washing, you're like, man, I want a little bit more pink, because these are just regular ball valves. They're not metering valves at all. We tried metering valves, they didn't work as great. By having the full flow through there, all you gotta do is give it another 1/8 of a turn or so. And you get a nice little vent here. Not that this really is airtight. When you do fill this up, you're gonna get some soap coming out. We put a little bit of EBC Glide in with our apple wash. This is going to the 12 volt. Of course, I haven't drilled any holes into here, so whatever you want to put in there, that'd be fresh. This pump just put on last week. This one's been on there for the whole season, but it's in great shape. This is where your power is for your lights. Everything just runs into that. All your wiring tucked up, fairly clean. These are all stainless super swivels. Put in the full stainless ones for the 8, the 5.5, and then of course your 12 volt. Again, you got check valves here, so if you were to turn both of these on, they're not going to push against each other. And I've got them coming up into this here and teeing off, so one pulls that way, one pulls that way. I tried running them both at the same time, and they just kind of dance back and forth. Once one's hit pressure, it'll jump to the other one, and you get a little bit more distance, but for what we're doing on roofs, we never really needed to do anything with that. Got another light over here. You can always add more lights. Thought it'd be cool to put some lights above the reel shining down for night work. You can also add, you can attach to this ladder rack. Got a couple lights, we just never hooked them up. Put them on these plates up there for night work. Tires are all good. Anyways, that's that. Hope that answers your questions. Get a peek at the back side of this. Yeah, these are pretty awesome. So you would take this remote with you, if need be. We always carry tape on these. We just hook them onto our belts, so when we're taping outlets. This has a second remote inside the truck. Got a little bit of storage over here. We would usually just throw spray bottles, whatever. There's your filter for water going in. This does leak slightly under here. I think the seal's just bad, but it's just a 1-inch bowl filter. All right, she is for sale. Getting rid of the F-150, going to F-250s. I'm just gonna rock skids for because we do Christmas lights, and then we're gonna add plowing on. It's gonna make more sense doing 3/4 or 1-ton trucks. Anyways, have a good one. Wash on.